Good evening and welcome Newswatch Ole Miss. I'm Margaret Turner.
And I'm Alexia Intercheck. We're keeping you in the know with all things live and local here in Oxford. And later on, we'll have a national news update you won't want to miss. But starting things off, today is day 7 of the government shutdown, and senators returned to the Capitol yesterday in hopes of figuring out a deal to put an end to the shutdown. However, a resolution has not yet been reached.
The shutdown was initially caused because of disagreements over funding, with Republicans wanting to extend current funding for 7 more weeks, while Democrats pushed for Obamacare subsides.
Tensions on both sides of the aisle are high, and Americans are going to start to feel the effects of this shutdown as the days progress.
Especially those who plan on traveling anytime soon. The FAA says that they have been delaying flights due to a shortage of air traffic controllers. Many controllers have called out sick as they are not getting paid.
And this morning, House Speaker Mike Johnson said that some financial analysts say that federal workers may not receive back pay for their work during the shutdown.
We will keep you updated on the state of the government as the story develops.
Now, bringing things back to Oxford, the weather here has been absolutely crazy the past few days, and I know me and my hair are really not appreciating it.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. As somebody who will admit I fake tan, and you know what? On and off rain and fake tan don't mix well together at all.
No, they really don't.
So let's check in with our weather anchor, Mackenzie Cox, to see what's going on outside.
Good evening, Rebels. We've had some on and off showers today, and those might continue throughout the evening, but it's currently 81 degrees with sunny skies. Stay tuned for the latest in news and weather.
Now for what's new in local crime, 4 Grenada high school students were arrested in connection with the death of a fellow student, 16-year-old Aiden Reno. Back in September, police arrested Zachariah Stewart, Nicholas Brown, and Lamarian Henderson for the murder. And on September 30th, police arrested Ryan Spencer, who was charged with accessory to murder. According to Grenada police, they responded to a call reporting shots fired late on September 22nd, and a body was found later on Lay Avenue. The victim was pronounced dead at the scene. And in more news, this weekend, Oxford police conducted an investigation after a report was filed on behalf of a stolen tablet at a local hotel. While on the scene, an officer attempted to speak with 24-year-old Oxford resident April Slate, who was connected to the theft. Slate tried to leave the scene and then struck an officer. Slate was detained, and the officer involved was treated for facial injuries. She has now been charged with petty larceny and simple assault on a law enforcement officer.
Internationally acclaimed concert pianist Bruce Livingston made a large financial contribution to preserve and maintain the home of Nobel Prize-winning author and former Oxford local William Faulkner. This comes after his performance on a newly restored piano on the lawn of the historic home, following the wishes of the home's curator to hear the music fill the house once again. The university, which owns the property, has named the endowment the Bruce Livingston Roanoke Endowed Foundation. Livingston said, quote, "I have seen how deeply people are moved when they visit the magnificent grounds and home where Faulkner created some of his most important works." And it's that time of the year again. Happy homecoming, Rebs. This week will be packed with tons of exciting activities, including movie night in the vault tonight at 7, yoga in the Grove on Friday, and the homecoming parade from 5 to 6 p.m. on Friday. And congratulations to all of the winners from last week's homecoming election.
Well, Margaret, I know I am so excited for all of this week's homecoming festivities, but it also kind of seems like every day here on campus there's something fun going on.
Well, Ole Miss is known for never losing a party, and that is true for not only our tailgates, but our student clubs as well, which Newswatch reporter Ashton Lamar has more on, fun ways that students can let loose.
This week, I went to the new line dancing club to see what it's all about. This club is available to students and faculty and requires no dance experience in order to join.
I started the line dancing club because I was an orientation leader, and during orientation we have like hotty toddy hangout where like orientation students can come back after orientation and they can just like socialize. We do line dances, we play games, we have photo booths, all that stuff. And a lot of the orientation leaders were like, wait, we love line dancing, like why isn't this a club yet?
Line dancing meets every other Thursday at 7 p.m. in the racquetball courts on the bottom floor of the Turner Center.
Today we did line dancing at the Line Dancing Club, and I really enjoyed it. It's my second time here. Back home, I used to line dance all the time. I'd been doing it for about 4 years, all of high school, so I was just really excited to see this club up here.
For more information, go follow at UMLD Club on Instagram and join the group me. Reporting for Newswatch Ole Miss, this is Ashton Lamar.
This next story is perfect for October. Off Square Books celebrated 20 years of Twilight on Friday night.
The event had Twilight-themed trivia, snacks, and a drawing to win, a special edition of the book, and of course, a ton of people in vampire costumes.
Many used this event to connect with like-minded students and Twilight fans, proving that although the series may be 20 years old, it is still a big part of today's pop culture.
Well, thank you so much to our friends at the Daily Mississippian for covering this fun event.
Well, as somebody who's never seen Twilight, didn't even make it halfway through the first movie, what team are y'all? Are y'all Edwards or Jacob?
I have to say I'm Team Edward. I love my Team Edward man, you know? What about you?
I haven't seen it in a long time, but I'm going to agree. And I remember it being pretty obvious that it seemed that they were going to end up together the whole time. So.
I agree. And also Edward is sparkly and shiny like the sun. So can you tell us a little bit about what tonight's conditions are looking like?
So true. Well, it's a bad night for Edward if he's looking to show off his sparkle because it's probably going to rain some more this evening. But we can talk all about that right after the break.
Are you looking for more in this world? Are you driven by purpose? Then we are looking for you. The big-hearted, the bold, the change makers. We are the Peace Corps. With volunteers in more than 60 countries, we join hands with communities, live together, work together, transform lives, and serve boldly together. Are you ready to go the distance to make a difference? Then we have a place where you belong. Join us.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
Ready? We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
Helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Learn to cough and sneeze with your pal, Grover. Step 1. Realize you're about to sneeze. Step 2. Move your elbow toward your nose and mouth. Step 3. Gesundheit. 1, 2, 3. Remember to cough and sneeze into your arm or elbow and not your hands.
Right! Go! Bro, but you're not even gonna do anything! Yes, I was! Yes, no!
Good evening, Rebels, and welcome back to Newswatch Ole Miss. Well, we've had our ups and downs in weather today on campus, but right now we're sitting at 81 degrees and partly cloudy skies. We've gotten rid of those showers, at least for the time being, but they may stick around for a little while longer. Nothing too crazy in winds, but we've had some intense humidity today and all across North Mississippi. If you felt like you're swimming through the thick air outside, know that you are not alone. We're seeing that with high temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s all across the region, which again is unseasonably high this time of year. I feel like we say that every week. Who knows how long these warm temperatures are here to stay. Tonight, at least it'll be cooling down a little bit. We'll be hitting 65 degrees, but we've got some rain showers that'll be moving in intermittently throughout the night. So if you do have plans outdoors, you definitely want to bring a rain jacket just to be safe, maybe even an umbrella, but if you're like me, you'll put it down somewhere. So let's just stick with the jacket. Winds will be light and variable, nothing too much to worry about there. No storms expected, just some rain. And then tomorrow's forecast will be back at 81 again. So we're still going to be feeling that warm temperature, and that humidity is still going to be sticking around because of the system we have moving through North Mississippi. But the winds will be picking up a little bit. The good news is that means it's getting out of here even faster. Tomorrow it'll be similar all across the region really. We're just sitting in this dense air pressure zone, but again, should be moving out of its way soon, as we can see through our national forecast that Mississippi right now is on the edge of that system moving across the East Coast, but soon to come is that lovely little gap in the middle, and that's going to bring us some clear skies and some nice weather in the middle of the week into the end. What's over on the West Coast is a next week problem. And then we can see here on our national map here, you can see, or not, that system is going to be continuing to move through Mississippi and the region, but we're really catching the tail end of it right now across what's going through the East Coast, so nothing too much to worry about with intense rainfall, just some minor inconveniences as we're going across campus. And then taking a look at our 5-day, you can see what I was talking about with those rain chances dropping throughout the week, and we should have some nice temperatures with lower humidity, even leading into what should be a really pleasant weekend in Oxford.
Thank goodness. I am sick and tired of this rain. My hair is naturally curly, so when I'm walking to class, I don't want to show up and have a completely different hairstyle than what I left the house with. I'm sick and tired of it.
It's hard out there.
The humidity has been horrible. I couldn't stand it. I literally stepped outside and felt like my hands were sweaty, and I had been outside for 1 second, and it's the worst feeling ever.
Absolutely. Well, thankfully, the weather looked pretty good for this weekend. I know we have an exciting weekend in sports. Tell us a little bit about it.
It was a great weekend for Ole Miss sports. We are back in full swing. Ole Miss men's golf had a third-place finish. A trio is being sent to media day, and a Sunday soccer game. All of this and more when we get back.
A waterfall made of fire. Goats that defy gravity. A turning point in history. A palace carved out of clay. The place where we grew wings. A thunderstorm beneath your feet. An eternal torch and an enduring dream. National parks are extraordinary. So is the support you give them.
Elmo loves to giggle. Elmo's mommy told him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
Each year, hurricanes and major flooding threaten cities, towns, and rural homes across the Gulf states. So chances are there will be more storms and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Disaster tips from the objects left behind.
My home wasn't insured, but you can check your insurance policy now to make sure you're covered. Oh.
My savings are lost, but you can put money aside and plan for unexpected disaster costs.
We're lost forever, but you can scan important documents now so they survive.
For more tips on how to prepare, visit ready.gov.
Welcome back to Newswatch. I'm Evan Huggins with Sports Watch. The time is coming for the Ole Miss women's basketball season. Ole Miss is sending players Christina Ole, Latasha Lattimore, and Cody McMahon, and head coach Yolette McPhee-McMewen to attend the SEC tip-off in Birmingham, Alabama. Owala returns for her second year in Oxford after appearing in all 33 games last season. She averaged 6.8 points and 4.7 rebounds per game. Lattimore is here for her first season in Oxford after transferring from Virginia. Lattimore averaged 14.3 points and led the Cavaliers with 8.2 rebounds. McMahon is a four-time All-American and is making the same decision to come to Oxford, transferring from Ohio State. Catch the first home game back on October 26th when the Rebels host Southern Arkansas. This past Sunday, soccer took on the Tennessee Volunteers. Sports reporter Capri DeMauro was there to catch the action.
I'm Capri Demera with Newswatch Ole Miss from Ole Miss Soccer Stadium. Today, the Ole Miss Rebels will take on number 2 ranked Tennessee Lady Vols in their mental health awareness game.
The Ole Miss Rebels enter this game on their home field with a record of 4-5-1. They take on the number 2 ranked Tennessee Lady Vols, who have a record of 10-1-1. The first half kicked off with high intensity as both teams came out aggressive, trading possessions in a fast-paced back-and-forth battle. Ole Miss struck first in the 16th minute with a goal from Sarah Grano, putting the Rebels on top early, but the Lady Vols responded with grit and determination. In the 24th minute, Jenna Stewart found the back of the net off a well-placed assist from Mac Migley, tying the score 1-1. The remainder of the first half was tightly contested, and the teams went into the half tied. The second half, however, told a completely different story. From the moment the whistle blew, the Lady Vols took full control of the match. Tennessee outshot the Rebels 14-1 in the game, showing a clear reflection of their second half dominance. Olivia Scott broke the tie early in the half with an assist from Devin Davis to give the Lady Vols their first lead of the night 2-1. The momentum continued to build as Mac Migley added a goal of her own, extending the lead to 3-1. The Vols didn't let up as Lucian Latin capped off the scoring with a strong finish, sealing the deal and pushing the final score 4-1. This game for the Lady Vols was a statement win as they showed relentless offense and rock-solid defense.
The Tennessee Lady Vols take down the Ole Miss Rebels 4-1. This is Capri Demera with Newswatch Ole Miss.
The number 3 ranked Rebels golf team finished 3rd at the Hamptons Intercollegiate earlier today. Cameron Tankersley, Cohen Trolio, and Tom Fisher all finished the course inside the top 14. Tankersley led the Rebels as he tied for 2nd, earning his 2nd top 5 finish this fall. The Rebels, however, were unable to pull themselves together in the final round as they shot 11 over collectively. The Rebels will return home and look to regroup for the Fallen Oak Collegiate Invitational. The tournament is set to tee off on October 18th and wraps up on the 20th. Regrouping is an essential on an idle week, spending time with family and resting mentally. Kane Lee went home and is ready to get back into action after a restful week. Practice did not get a bye week this past week. There are no breaks for effort. Here's what Lee had to say.
Yeah, I feel like we just kept the same mindset. We continued practice like we had a game, and I feel like that's going to help us moving forward.
We saw a thriller for Monday Night Football last night as the Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Kansas City Chiefs 31-28. The game was back and forth that finished with a tumble. Jaguars were on the Chiefs' 1-yard line with 23 seconds left when near disaster struck for Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence. As soon as Lawrence received the snap, he fell and stumbled to the ground. With Chiefs defenders swarming in on him, he was able to get up and run his way into the end zone, putting the Jaguars up by three with seconds left on the clock. Monday Night Football heads to Atlanta next week to watch the Bills and the Falcons. Tackling all things sports, I'm Evan Huggins. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Evan, for that sports update. Coming up next, we're looking at a fun event for a great cause.
And we have a national news update you won't want to miss. Newswatch Ole Miss will be right back.
I got you.
Oh,
yeah, I got him.
That stupid controller froze again.
You're only saying that because you're losing.
Bet you bought the cheap one.
My controller is junk too. Is this even real?
You're spending less, so...
Yeah? We'll just buy it again?
Smart kids.
Who are you?
Or what are you?
Hey, I was wondering if you guys wanted any... OMG, it's McGruff.
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff, the crime dog. He's an imposter. He's a fake. Oh!
I am McGruff, the crime dog. He is the fake. And so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. And that, Pops...
could blow up in your face.
That's right, Scruff. Let's take a bite out of crime together and protect ourselves against fakes. Like him.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing an arm.
You are smart kids. You're smart. Buy smart.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Out there, radar land, you'll listen to this station in the city. Morning, noon, night, all your radio stands here.
I'm really tight with my friends. We do everything together. And whatever happens, they look out for me.
Welcome back to Newswatch Ole Miss. Over the weekend, people put on their racing shoes for a good cause. Newswatch reporter Tyra Walton has the full story on this fundraiser.
This past weekend, Run of Champions, a 5 and 8 mile race experience, was held in the Grove to promote wellness, the Oxford community, and local pride. On Saturday, we attended the event and talked with the co-director from Run of Champions to see how they felt about the event and why they wanted to get involved.
So it's very near and dear to our heart, our charity that we chose, the North Mississippi Family Exchange Center. We really want to do those people over there a great service in bringing them and providing them with a little bit more funding to provide the Oxford community with a little bit more charity help.
More than just a race, Run of Champions was a vital fundraiser for the North Mississippi Exchange Family Center.
The 5K run is part of Leadership Lafayette, which is an organization from the Chamber of Commerce. And of course, it needs to benefit somebody. Right now, we're always in need of diapers and baby wipes. Formula, we've come up with a need for formula, and feminine hygiene products. We've had a lot of requests for those. You know, we're really excited to be in this community, and if people want to donate items or funds, we have a website, www.nmsfamilycenter.org, and you can donate from the website.
With the event turning out to be a success, the community can look forward to more in the future.
I would love to see this event become something very special for the Oxford community, to where that people can just gather to run who love to run or walk, and for it to be just a big symbol of health for the Oxford community. We're going to do it every year on Ole Miss Bye Week, so we look forward to seeing y'all next year.
Coming from the Grove, I'm Tara Walton, and this is Newswatch Ole Miss.
Now moving into some national news, American Airlines is saying goodbye to metal bag sizers at their gates. The sizers were used to check the size of carry-on bags. However, now gate agents will be using their best judgment to decide if a bag is too big and will need to be checked. Gate agents were told that if they aren't sure if a bag is too large, to err on the side of the customer. Metal sizers will still be available at check-in, so if customers want to double check that their bag will be allowed as a carry-on, they are able to do so before going through security. In more national news, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention signed off on a recommendation that patients must consult with their healthcare provider to get a COVID vaccine under a new process called shared clinical decision-making. This decision was made by a new panel of vaccine advisors chosen by Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy, Jr. This recommendation continues a recent push away from encouraging most people to get a COVID shot. With this new ruling, recommendations are now final, and U.S. vaccine schedules will be updated. However, as of now, most Americans should still be able to get a COVID shot for free, as most private insurance companies and Medicaid will cover the CDC recommended vaccines at no additional cost through the next year. And the National Guard troops from Texas have now arrived in Elwood, Illinois. Located about an hour away from the city of Chicago, President Trump sent the troops to help protect federal workers and property in Chicago, despite the Chicago mayor and Illinois governor pushing back on the choice. 200 Guard members were seen carrying unloaded rifles and gas masks. Each of these members will receive crowd control and legal training before they are sent out on assignment. And that wraps up all we have for national news today. Back to you at the desk, Margaret.
Now, I know I always have extra space in my closet for some Ole Miss merch, and coming up after this break, we're looking into some of the best places to find your next purchase. Newswatch Ole Miss will be right back.
Uh-oh, young Tommy is
Can I,
smoking a
not
cigarette,
suck today?
creating
What
his
is going
own
on?
smog cloud. Tommy's up to bat. Tommy smokes because he thinks it makes him look grown up. But watch what smoking does for him. That coughing is one thing. It keeps him from playing his best.
You're out!
Don't smoke. It doesn't make you grown up. It makes you a loser.
Everybody clunks. But not enough people click. And no matter how good they are at handling their cars, or how well they know the road, everybody's equally likely to get involved in an accident. And without a seatbelt, you're twice as likely to be killed or seriously injured. So don't just be a clunker. Clunk, click.
Find out how to use an awkward silence to help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Legacy isn't just about where you're from, it's about where you're going. So where are you going?
I'm going to be the first in my family to graduate.
I'm going to make a difference.
Just like my granddad.
I'm going to make the bestseller list.
And I'm going to help him get there.
I'm going to win a championship.
Again! I'm going to lock the vault! Hotty toddy!
I'm going to take the next step.
I'm going to bring them to their feet.
I'm going to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Build your legacy.
Welcome back to Newswatch Ole Miss. If you're looking to rep the Rebels, well, you're in luck.
From on campus to the streets of Oxford, reporter Trip Robold tracked down the best spots to gear up on Ole Miss merch.
He's got your ultimate shopping guide, so let's take a look.
Hey Rebs, it's Trip Robold and I'm back here with Newswatch Ole Miss, and today we're checking out the top 3 places to get your Ole Miss Rebels merch. Let's go. And here we are at our number 3rd spot, Goodwill on Jackson Avenue. I've heard from several people this is a great spot to get very discounted clothing. Everyone's very nice, the environment is great, the clothes are awesome, and why not get it for a cheaper price? Here we are at our number 2 spot, the Ole Miss bookstore in the Union. I feel like I have to be really quiet because everyone's studying. But here they have an Ole Miss x Lululemon collab. They've got great sweatpants, pajama pants, t-shirts, shirts for your parents, a really great collection, and it's right here on campus. Here we are at our number 1 spot, Rebel Rags on Jackson Avenue. Guys, where else would you get your Ole Miss merch? You've got jerseys, hats, custom-made apparel. They have recommended tables for what theme our games are. They have comfortable crew necks, hoodies, sweatshirts. Anything for any season, all of the above is here at Rebel Rags. This is the spot. That's all we've got for you guys today. Thanks for checking this out. I'm Trip with Newswatch Ole Miss, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you, Trip. Now, I think we've all seen some pretty bold moments at the bar, but this one might take the prize.
Well, America's new favorite party animal, police in Stuart, Florida responded to a call Monday evening where an alligator tried to crash happy hour at a local tiki bar called Harlow's Hideout.
Officers arrived at the scene and took the unexpected guest into custody. No injuries occurred to any humans or the reptile, and the gator was safely relocated to a more appropriate habitat.
It's just another day in Florida where even the wildlife knows where to find a good time.
That is crazy.
That's insane. But, I mean, obviously that gator knows how to have a good time.
Clearly,
so,
it
I mean,
really
what
does.
can you say?
I love to meet all different kinds of people at a bar, so I'd love to talk to an alligator.
You know what? I don't know that I would love that so much, but fortunately, that's all we have for tonight. I'm Alexia Intercheck.
And I'm Margaret Turner with your latest news.
I'm Mackenzie Cox with Stormwatch.
And with Sports Watch, I'm Evan Huggins.
Thank you for watching Newswatch Ole Miss, where we keep it live and keep it local.
Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 5 p.m. Good night.